W.F. Howes presents an unabridged recording of A Slash of Emerald by Patrice McDonough, narrated by Harriet Dunlop. To Michael McDonough, the father who inspired a love of history in his children. The colour of the grave is green. Emily Dickinson. Annie O'Neill peered into the January mist and thought, why didn't I hail a cab? She had a crown for the fare, but the coin's solid weight in her pocket meant she would make her rent that week with shillings to spare. The girl pulled her woolen shawl tight to her neck, scant protection against the clammy cold that crept from the river. Birdcage Walk by St. James Park was a lonely stretch on any evening. That night, the shrubs and trees loomed from a wall of fog, taking solid shape only as she drew closer and past them. Annie crossed the road to put them at a distance. Once she reached Fleet Street, she could hop an omnibus and ride the route for sixpence. The mist veiled the visual world, but sharpened the sounds around her. A cat's angry screech, the hoot of an owl, and then footfalls. Boot leather tapped and scraped behind her. Annie glanced over her shoulder, peered into the grey void, and shivered. She picked up her pace. At the corner, she stopped to listen. The follower still trailed her, and the footsteps were louder now. Then she thought of the girls, the shop girls who disappeared one by one without a trace. Annie pulled her skirts away from her ankles and ran. Two figures darted from an alley and blocked her path. A man grabbed Annie's wrist when she backed away, pulling her close, panting gin and stale tobacco in her face. "What's your hurry, love? The night's young." Chapter 1. Dr. Julia Lewis eyed the morning's post and a stack of earlier unanswered letters. Her recent wrestling match with a killer and plunge into Regent's Canal had kept the postman busy. Most of her friends and acquaintances, and a surprising number of strangers, had written to wish her well. Over the past few days, letters of a different sort had arrived at her grandfather's Finsbury Circus townhouse. A small item in the Sunday Telegraph had mentioned Julia's addition to the list of Scotland Yard's medical examiners, the first woman to be named. One writer asked, "Have you learned nothing from your ordeal? Women belong in the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?